Yo, what up YouTube? Run the track here. About to show you guys how I put together this beat. Stay tuned. Let's get it.
Run the track up in this. Run the track.
All right, let's get up on these beats. Run the track here. Yeah, so I got the pad perform mode pulled up and a piano. I like to start with pianos just because it's easy for me to get my ideas out. I might not always continue with the piano, but just for getting my initial idea out in my mind, I like to use that. And I'm using the pad perform mode, so let's do it. Okay, I like that. Let me lay down something on top of that. Okay, that's cool. Now let me add a little halftime to this. Okay, I like that. Let me layer this up with another maybe pad. We'll do expand. Yeah, I think I like expand. See what's up with that. Let me pull up Omnisphere. Let's go to some drums. Okay, to start off with the drums, I started off with just a regular hi-hat. And this hi-hat is just panned, just to make it a little more active. Then I brought in the snare. The snare is also panned. Again, I like to make my drums a little bit active. Give it some movement. Then I brought in the clap. Now the clap is not too much, just a simple clap. Give it a little bit more definition. And then of course I brought in the kicks. So as you can hear, so far it's just a very, very simple and plain drum track. Not too much. Now I brought in another set of hi-hats. These are pitched or tuned up just slightly. But it is basically the same pattern as before, but it's just tuned slightly. And these are also panned. Then I have the last hi-hat track. And these, I put a filter on these. And I also pan these. This filter and the pan, since this pan is a little bit faster than the pan on the last one, really gives these hi-hats a lot of definition. So it really makes the hi-hats sound a whole lot fuller. So this is the drum track. It's very, very simple. Not too much going on. Alright, so that's that. Now, I added this pad with Electra X. I'm going to let you hear it. Actually, I didn't end up using it at all in the track, but I did want you to hear it. Sometimes I have ideas, but I might not always use them. I end up not using it, so let's move on. All right, let me go ahead and mute that. Let me mute that and then move on to the next one. Now, the next one is just our 808s, and it follows kind of the same pattern as the kick drums. So you see the 808 is very simple. It's just kind of backing up the kick drums. Nothing too much. All right, let's move on to the next track. The next track is actually going to be, it's a reverse effect. It's actually a pad, and then I added a filter and a reverse filter on it. So it has a little bit of movement, but then at the end of the track, it has a little bit of reverse, so you can hear it. Reverses here. This just to add a little bit of ambiance. It gives it kind of an eerie feeling. If you go back and listen to some of my beats that I have on this channel, I do like those kind of beats, the eerie, kind of scary kind of beats a little bit. So when you listen to this all together, it really gives it a nice eerie ambiance with the reverse. So you see, this beat is simple, but it is coming together nicely. All right, next we have our two voice effects, vocal chops, and I used Arcade, and the line was Hooked. If you've ever used Arcade, you know they have different lines there. Hooked is the one that they have their vocal chops. And this first vocal chop is just like a man singing or a lady singing, but I pitched it down to match. And I extended the feedback time so the echo can go for a little bit longer time. And this is not playing in much of the track at all, just a little bit of the track, but I did like it. Just only one simple part of the track. Alright, and the second box is kind of the main box, especially it plays during the hook. And it has two different phrases, and these are also panned in the feedback as well. Again, I like the way these sound, give it a nice ambiance there. And then the second voice effect on it. Alright. Then I added this pad strings, or string pads, however you want to say it, from Omnisphere to round it off. Just subtle in the background. Kind of an alternate top melody. Yo, so that is pretty much the finished beat. So I'm going to go ahead and play the whole beat for you and let you hear at least a little bit of it. But before I do, please, if you like the content that you saw, go ahead and hit that like button. And better yet, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to see if I can hit 500 followers before the end of the month. So if I'm looking at my calendar correctly, that's less than 10 days. So please help me out so I can hit 500 subscribers. All right, run the track. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah.